Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it's been another year and I am back again with another DIY carnival costume tutorial. If you guys want to see how I did this costume, please keep on watching. Oh, and by the way, I know you guys are going to ask me how I did the headpiece. Don't worry, I got your back. I did make a headpiece tutorial as well, and that one is coming soon. Okay, and I'm sorry it's late because I really wanted this tutorial before Carnival, but I couldn't do it because I literally finished this costume like the day before Carnival. So I know there are a lot of carnivals all over the world, so I know you guys will still appreciate this video. And like I said, if you want to see how I made this costume, this back piece, please keep on watching. So for this tutorial, you're gonna need some glue, a backpack frame, and some fabric. Okay, you need a fabric to wrap the frame with. And I know you guys are gonna ask me where I got the frame from. I bought this frame at a store called Featherations in Bonds Road, St. James, Trinidad. I cannot tell you where you can get this online or anything like that. Okay, so and I did not make this frame myself, but you can find someone who make frames and make your own frame, or you guys can get creative and improvise. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna cut the fabric into strips, and the reason why you're doing this is because you're gonna use the strips of fabric to cover the frame itself. Okay, and guys, this is not the frame I wanted. I really wanted a frame that would give me a more wing-like back piece like you guys saw in the beginning. I did have to improvise and add, and got creative and add other stuff to the frame itself to get the look that I wanted, which you guys will see as you continue to watch. Okay, so oh, and by the way, before you add the fabric, make sure you add glue to the edges of the frame because you really want the fabric to stay intact. If you don't add this glue, it's just going to unravel. You're just going to be wasting your time. And yeah, look at me doing this in one what is it? What's the word? I don't know. In one take. Oh my god. Get it together, Maria. So I've pretty much covered the top of the frame, and I'm going to cover the rest of the frame as you guys can see here. Like I said, don't forget to add some glue to the edges before you add the fabric, and make sure you wrap that fabric around that glue as tightly as possible because I mean nobody's going to see it, but you still want it to be neat. You don't want it all bulky and weird, you know. And guys, I apologize for my voice. I have the worst flu ever. I got that carnival flu. Like every year around carnival we get this flu. I was so unlucky to get it and I'm so annoyed. But yeah, like I was saying, as you guys can see, I'm covering the entire frame, right? This is going to take you maybe about an hour depending on what type of frame you have. Okay, this costume is going to take time, guys. You're not going to be able to complete this in one day unless you're super focused and you have help. But make sure you have time to do this, guys, okay? I barely got time because I was working and I was going out. I waited for the last minute to get all this done, and that's why this video is coming out now after Carnival. Like Mimi can't get her shit together. But anyway, okay, so this is what the frame should look like when you're done covering it. After the glue is dried and you know that the glue is dried completely, you just cut out the extra fabric that is hanging off the end. Okay, and only when you know that the glue is completely dry, guys. Okay, because you don't want to cut the fabric and then it didn't dry properly and you have the fabric unraveling. It's not a good look and you're not gonna like it. So anyway, what I'm doing here is improvising because like I said earlier, this is not the frame that I wanted. So what I'm doing, I'm gluing on two chopsticks together, and then I'm going to wrap those chopsticks. Once I'm done once I'm done gluing them together, I'm going to wrap that chopsticks with the fabric, and I'm going to add those chopsticks onto the frame itself. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I needed somewhere where I can stick the fabric so that they can appear as wings, because without the fabric it was like it was way too low and I didn't like the way it was looking. So yeah, you gotta improvise, you gotta get creative, guys. I am basically doing this entire costume by freehand. I didn't design the costume or anything like that. I just had an idea of what I wanted in my head, and I'm basically doing everything freehand. Okay, I promise I'm going to be more organized next time. Okay, so right now I am going to glue on the chopsticks where I want it, and this is where I'm going to glue the feathers so that they come higher and protrude over my shoulders, and so that you can see it from the back. And I'm not just gluing on the chopsticks, I'm also tying it onto the frame itself for added security. Guys, the security is very important, because if your frame is not secure, your costume is going to fall apart, and that is my pet peeve. Okay, because I know people pay a lot of money for these costumes, and sometimes before they get back home the costume has completely fallen apart. They have no costumes. I like my costumes to be sturdy, and because I like to keep my costumes and sometimes I donate them. So yeah. And guys, please excuse my work table. It looks a bit worse for wear because I do all my craft and all my DIYs on this table. I love this table. Some of my best work was done on this table. So please don't judge. And yeah, I would have loved to have some music over this video like I did last year, but one of my videos got copyright claim, and that video is not monetized, which kind of sucks. So yeah, I'm sorry for all this talking and no background music, but I know you guys understand. So moving on to the feathers, I'm now gluing on the feather trim onto the frame itself, and I'm gluing it onto the bit where I added the chopsticks, as you guys can see. And guys, you can see me struggling with this E6000 glue. Like, guys, I do not like this glue. I bought it because I wanted to try it because I heard it was really good. I mean, it does a job, but this glue is so messy and so gooey. It literally gets everywhere, and yeah, I don't like it. So I'm not going to be using this glue again. But I mean, you can use it, of course, because it gets the job done. Okay, I'm just going to go back. At some point, you guys going to see me using my original UHU glue that I love so much. So anyway, yeah, here I'm gluing on the feather, guys. And make sure you press the feathers together. Press it down so that it stays glued, because if it's not glued properly, you're going to have that issue with your costume falling apart. I can't stress this enough. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, moving on to the other side, you just repeat, and hopefully you guys wouldn't have to improvise, because you would, at this point, you would get a frame that works for you. Okay, I know you guys don't have to follow this exact tutorial. You guys can do something else, or just watch the tutorial to enjoy, or just use it as a guideline for your costume. Okay, and I just want to thank some of you guys for your support in last year's video. I got so much love, guys. Some of you even DM me on Instagram and DM me pictures of your costume that you made from my last tutorial. Some of you even tagged me, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate that someone is out there watching this tutorial and actually trying it. So thank you so much, guys. So anyway, I'm about to add some trimmings. These are just some regular gold trimmings that I got at the Carnival supply store. You can get this at any craft store or any fabric store, of course. And I think the trimmings are a lot cheaper than just gluing beads onto the costume itself, that part of the costume, because guys, these beads are not cheap. Those stones, they ain't cheap. Like, I have to pay like two $2 each for one stone, depending on where I buy it. And I don't know how much that is in US, guys, but like I said, it's not that cheap. But I'm sure you guys can get stones on AliExpress at a lot cheaper price, because they do sell them in bulk on AliExpress. or your favorite craft store. I don't know. You guys just look around, guys. And ladies, it's advisable to let the glue get a little tacky before you start gluing on the trimmings or whatever you're trying to glue on. I'm not doing that because I'm hella impatient. I just want to get this done. But, oh, and that's my husband. Oh my goodness. So this is what the piece should look like from the inside. Like this with the trimmings and everything. Okay, so moving on to the back. Now, ladies, the back is also very important. I mean, I know some people don't pay a lot of attention to the back of the costume, but people are going to be behind you and they're going to be seeing. So, you want to make it as visually, aesthetically pleasing as possible. So, I know some people put fabric in the back there, but I didn't have that much fabric. I mean, I did, but I didn't just want to put like a plain piece of fabric in the back there because if I did, I would have to decorate it or whatnot. So I just decided to add on a little extra feathers on the back. Um, I went to the store to get another trim, and when I got back, I realized that it was a different color. It wasn't even the same color, but I don't think anyone noticed, and I don't know if you guys would have noticed if I hadn't mentioned it. So, yeah. So make sure you add the glue onto the trim itself. You don't have to add the glue onto the frame. And here I'm pressing the feathers onto the frame because I really want to cover the back. Okay, and then in the end I decided to add a boa at the back to cover it a little bit more. You guys are going to see it at the end of the video or at the beginning because I am going to put an intro. So yeah, this is what the back is going to look like. And then of course those edges, that blue piece there weren't cute, so I decided to stick those feathers at the end as well. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the end of the tutorial. So guys, this is the final look of the costume. As you can see, I went ahead and added some pheasant feathers to the piece itself. I'm sorry this is a voiceover. I was talking, but there was some music playing in the background. And YouTube is not very understanding, and I don't want YouTube to take away my my monetization on this video. But yeah, you guys are going to see, I'm going to turn around very soon so you guys can see what the back look like in a minute, and you guys can see where I added the boa to the back. So yeah. So I'm about to stand up and show you guys the rest of the costume. I got a bodysuit from Amazon, guys, and all I did was added some stones to them. I just glued them on basically, and yeah, that's it. So, hey guys, if you like this video, please like and share this video because it's really important to me that you share my videos so that you get the video around, and it helps me out a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. I love you guys, and if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Bye.